everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is forgiveness. How do you forgive yourself? Okay, we have a letter, so let's dive right into this letter and see what she says. I am reaching out because I'm struggling with something that I can't seem to work through. Forgiving myself. I carried a deep weight from past choices, things I've said or done, or maybe things I failed to do. And even though time has passed, I still feel stuck in a cycle of regret, guilt, and shame. People around me may have moved on, or maybe they never knew how much I've been hurting. But internally, I replay the moments over and over. I ask myself why I didn't know better, why I didn't do better, or how I allowed certain things to happen. You know, you can't keep beating yourself up because we all do the best that we can with the information that we have at the time. That's the way I sum it up. You do the best that you can with the information that you have at the time. You can do something today, and in a month or so, you look back at it and say, I could have done that better. I could have said that better. Things like that. Because we're all in the process of learning. Everything that happens to us is a learning experience. Okay? I know that no one is perfect, and I've heard people say that self-forgiveness is part of healing. It is the biggest part of healing. But honestly, I don't know how to get there. I don't know what steps or what it's supposed to feel like when I do. I often wonder, do I even deserve to be forgiven? I want to believe I do, but something inside keeps holding on to the pain. You deserve to be forgiven and let go of the pain. And we're going to talk about just how you want to do that. Okay? First of all, you need to acknowledge what happened. What exactly happened? And acknowledge how it made you feel when it happened. Okay? Now, a lot of times, especially if we have inflicted pain on someone, and then later on we get, remorseful about it. We didn't really mean to hurt their feelings, or maybe we did, but now we're sorry that we did it. Well, first thing you need to ask them for forgiveness for doing that. The second thing, you need to forgive yourself because whatever you did was probably a reaction to whatever the situation was, and you regret it. But you don't spend the rest of your days beating yourself up because of it. Once you have asked them for their forgiveness, then you forgive yourself. You forgive yourself, and you never do that type of thing to anyone else again. But you let go, you let it go. Because if you don't, it's gonna fester, it's gonna create a big wound in you, it's gonna be an open wound, and it's gonna cause you a lot of problems down the road. So forgive yourself, release it, let it go. Okay? It says to sit with what happened. Don't try to bury it or escape it. Let yourself feel your emotions, guilt, sadness, anger, without labeling yourself as being bad. You are not what you did. You don't label yourself as that. It was some sort of infraction that you did that you regret doing now. This is part of being human. Learning lessons. Okay? And here's an affirmation that you can say: I allow myself to feel without punishment. I am willing to face what hurts with compassion. Okay? Now speak to your higher self. Now, see, these are ways that you're going to forgive yourself. Speak to your higher self. And you want to do this through your meditation time. When you're quiet in your sacred space, a space where you're not going to be interrupted. And if it's outside, that's the best. On my walk today, I noticed a young lady meditating, sitting up under a tree. That's a perfect spot. And it was earlier in the morning when hardly anybody was in the park. So that just kind of gives you an idea to find a very nice place where you can commune with your higher self. Imagine your higher self, wiser, calmer, more loving, speaking to you. Your higher self would be gentle, patient, understanding, and wanting to guide you. And during your time of meditation, say to yourself, I am more than my past. I am a soul learning, growing, and evolving. I am more than my past. Let your past go and do better. Be a newer person. All right? But you got to let the past, you can't drag the past with you and think you're going to evolve. You have to let it go. You have to forgive yourself. And ask yourself, what did it teach me? What did it teach you? Probably to never do it again. Never hurt anybody else again like that. Never do whatever you did. Never hurt yourself again like that. You see? But in every situation, there is a lesson in it. Okay, so always look for the lesson. Cleanse your energy. And by cleansing your energy, what do? You take a cleansing bath. You meditate. You spend time alone with yourself, a few minutes every day. And you go out into nature. And I'll tell you, a special benefit is if you could take your shoes off and let your toes just be on the bare ground in nature. It's powerful. And every time the memory comes up, still know that you are worthy of grace. Whatever you did, you are worthy. You are deserving of love and grace. Forgive yourself. Many times we've done things in our lives as a result of things that were done to us, because hurt people hurt other people, and they also hurt themselves. Don't live in pain. Don't live in hurt. I'm going to bring back this book, Forgiving What You Can't Forget. You got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive others to heal. Okay. Now, I will put a link in the description for this book. It is a powerful book. And in this book, she says, you deserve to stop suffering because of what other people have done to you or what you have done to yourself. You need to be able to let it go and forgive yourself and move on to a happier life. I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick this up right from Amazon and you can have it right away. It's not a long, thick read. It's an easy, understandable read. And you can just read a little bit every day. And it will certainly help you a lot. I hope that I said something that can help you. And those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, My email address is in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.